My name is Lumumba Heavy Hand Sayers. I train at a Team Elevation. This is a real fight. He'll be fighting for his life in there. I'm gonna beat him up like he stole something. Hopefully he'll try to stand toe to toe, but if he wanna go to the ground, we can do that too. But I'm not playing with him. And I want him to know that I'm not playing with him at all. Got back to the old me, you know what I mean? Back to the old heavy hands. Stand there and brawl, let's fight. Let's get in there and bang. I ain't pulled no stops, there's no excuses, no hurt, nothing, you know what I mean? If I got hurt in training, push through it. I'm back to where I was when I first started.
My name is Kanan Grigsby. I'm fighting at a Team Wildman. My fighting style is boxing with a jiu-jitsu background. It is a very personal fight with Lumumba because you know, he steady runs his mouth, and I'm looking forward to shutting it up. I'm looking forward to an all-out war. But I'm going to use every skill I have, you know, to destroy him and to get this victory. So I feel like I'm better everywhere than him. So I'm going to take it where I need to take it, but I'm definitely going to hurt him. We're on a 2-fight win streak. I'm looking forward to come out there and doing my thing. That's laying heavy hands, mixing it up, and I'll continue on this path towards getting to bigger shows, continued main event fights.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rocky Mountain Flagging presents the Fight to Win Fight Club Grudge Match Main Event of the Evening. Pro MMA in the middleweight division. Fighting out of the Millennium Concrete blue corner with a record of 6 wins, 4 losses, from Denver, Colorado, representing Edge MMA, the Elevation Fight Team, Strike Force veteran, No Mercy champion, Lumumba Heavy Hands Sayers. Fighting out of the Rocky Mountain Flagging red corner with a record of 3 wins with just 1 loss, from Denver, Colorado, by way of Tulsa, Oklahoma, representing Colorado Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Team Wildman, former Fight to Win champion, referee Tim Mills.
Our main event is a 185-pound professional MMA fight. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is true bad blood here at Fight Club. We have Lumumba Sayers representing Elevation MMA and Edge MMA wearing the black and yellow trunks, facing off against Kanan Grigsby wearing the red trunks, representing Team Wildman and Colorado Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. These two were supposed to have met in a fight at a charity event approximately a year ago. A lot of smack talk before that fight. Somebody backed out of the fight or wouldn't take the fight eventually. And nice kick there by Sayers. Lands up against the face of Grigsby. Grigsby closes in, looking to land some punches. Clinch work here. See how it plays out against the cage. So anyway, the event ended up not happening. Not only the fight itself, but the whole event got canceled. And some back and forth trash talk ensued. This event got put together, and the trash talk started up again. And Sayers looking to rip the feet out from underneath Grigsby. Grigsby has a single leg wrapped up. See if Sayers can get Grigsby stretched out here, bring that right knee over the top. Grigsby, nice job getting his knee underneath him. Sayers looking to set in the guillotine choke. Big shots land for Sayers. Sayers, a Strike Force veteran, said he wants to go back to how he was in the early days of his fighting. Make it a brawl, make it a street fight. Lay some heavy hands on him. It's exactly what he's doing here. Grigsby, great job getting back up and improving his position. Sayers trying to bully him up against the cage. Inside knee strike lands well for Sayers. Sayers one more time going for the takedown. Grigsby defends that knee strike, ate that one a little bit. And Sayers continues to try to go for the takedown. Grigsby, nice job with his defense. Grigsby not able to get his striking game off against the fence here. Sayers being very, very busy, and Grigsby just having to spend a lot of time defending, try to make sure that he can maintain his base and stay on his feet. Bit of a slip there. End up with Sayers on top. Grigsby, half guard off of his back, or half guard, excuse me. And if I had to guess, knowing these two, I'd say they're probably talking smack in there right now. See if Grigsby can get those feet underneath him again. He's going to try to get his back against the cage, see if he can cage walk here. Sayers trying to posture up, get some power on his strikes. Now looking to set in head control, maybe wants to drop back for the guillotine choke to Sayers. Doesn't have his hand position yet. Referee comes in, makes sure that none of those strikes go to the back of the head. Grigsby now looking for the takedown. Nice defense by Sayers, and Sayers comes up hard with the knee. What an absolutely grueling fight this has been so far. Both these guys really putting their all into every move. Sayers looking for big punches. Grigsby looks to answer back. Grigsby comes off the cage looking fresh. Sayers powers him back up against the cage wall. One minute left here in our opening round of the main event. Grigsby gets off his best punch of the fight there. And the knee lands for Grigsby. See if Sayers wore himself out, because my gosh, he put a lot into the first part of this fight. Sayers with his back against the cage. Let's see what Grigsby has to offer up now. Good kick lands for Grigsby. Sayers gets back to his feet. Both these guys really giving their all. Sayers trying to finish this fight, putting everything into his strikes. Grigsby having to defend all the power that Sayers has. Knees coming up for Grigsby now. 10-second clacker is sounded. Sayers answers back. Ladies and gentlemen, we get round number 2. And round 2 begins. Sayers going to try to work on that leg of Grigsby again. Grigsby, however, landed a leg kick that took Sayers' feet out from underneath him, and Grigsby goes back to that leg kick. Sayers seems content to let his back rest against the cage. Grigsby looking maybe the fresher of the two. Drops Sayers. Sayers recovers, gets back to his feet quickly, but Grigsby looking to close in. Grigsby, make no mistake about it, he'd love to have a finish here. Sayers going to try to jam Grigsby into the cage, but Grigsby solid with his takedown defense. Toe-to-toe they go. One more time, Sayers lets his back rest against the cage. Grigsby going to try to take advantage of it. Sayers slipped there, comes back to his feet. Grigsby lands well with the right hand. And to the body. Grigsby going to flurry to finish here. Sayers doesn't even have his hands up. Just lets Grigsby hit him square in the face. The crowd is loving this fight. Sayers now wrapping up head control. Grigsby's turn to go on the defense. Sayers tries to get a knee in. Grigsby saw it coming, got his head out of the way. Both fighters starting to wear the marks of this fight now. Grigsby bleeding from the nose. And a hard knee goes up the middle for Grigsby. That's really going to sap some energy out of Sayers. Corner of Grigsby saying they want him to turn Sayers into the cage. begging him to try to get that turn. Sayers, good job planting his feet, using his pressure well. A lot of experience in there in the cage for Sayers. And Sayers almost slips to the mat again. Grigsby pressures forward, fires off the knees, go to the punches. Sayers answers back. Grigsby tags him again. Big knee lands for Grigsby. Sayers takes a well. Grigsby drops him. Congratulations to the Team Wildman fighter. Kane, and Grigsby goes home with the main event victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tim Bill stops the Fight Club 218 of round number 2. Your fight to win Denver chapter winner by